Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Sheva Narottanam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jamudirayat Nastvesya Bhatresu Nityam Bharata Sevya Bharavati Uttamasoki Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki. This morning we will be reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 14, Disappearance of Lord Krishna, and we will discuss today the last verse of the chapter. So I first recite the Sanskrit. Kashit prastata menata hridayanatma banduna sunyosmi raito nityam manyase te nyatanaruk. The word for word translation. Kachit whether Prestatamina under the most dear one. Atta, my brother Arjuna. Hridayena, most intimate. Atma Bandhuna, own friend Lord Krishna. Sunya, void. Asmi, I am. Raita, having lost. Nityam, for all time. Manyase, you think. Te, your. Anyata, otherwise. Na, never. Ruk, mental distress. Translation. Or is it that you are feeling empty for all time because you might have lost your most intimate friend, Lord Krishna? Oh, my brother Arjuna, I can think of no other reason for your becoming so dejected. Purport. All the inquisitiveness of Maharaj Yudhishthira about the world situation was already conjectured by Maharaj Yudhishthira on the basis of Lord Krishna's disappearance from the vision of the world, and this was now disclosed by him because of the acute dejection of Arjuna, which could not have been possible otherwise. So even though he was doubtful about it, he was obliged to inquire frankly from Arjuna on the basis of Sri Narada's indication. The translation again. Or is it that you are feeling empty for all time because you might have lost your most intimate friend, Lord Krishna? So, my brother Arjuna, I can think of no other reason for your becoming so dejected. Om Ajnana Timandasya Jnansala Salakam Sakshranmitam Yena Tasmai Shigurave Namah Chitayam Anubhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutaleshvam Rupakadamyam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shivo Shiyuda Padkamalam Shirom Vaishnavam Sa Shri Rupam Jagajatam Sakanaragnatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savdutam Parachana Saitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sakalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Sa He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dino Bandhu Jatpate Gopesha Gopka Kantarad Kanta Namastate Tapta Kansana Gaurangira Devindavanashvare Vishavani Sutadevi Panamama Hare Priya Pancha Kalptavasha Kripasanvevasha Padnam Pavanvyo Vaishnavyo Namo Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sat Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namani Namaste Saraswata Devi Gauravani Pacharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paskachai Desatarani Srila Prabhupada Ki. Yeah. So in the beginning of this chapter, Yudhishthira Maharaj has observed so many inauspicious omens that he could already assume, yes, that Krishna is left. He saw Arjuna's moroseness and is asking questions. What happened? That were you not able to give charity? That did you disrespect others, or that, or if someone has addressed you with unfriendly, inauspicious words, or could you not keep your promise to someone? Could you not give protection to those who came to you for shelter? That and so on. He's asking these questions, but at the end he's saying, is it because Krishna, you lost your most dear friend, Lord Krishna? That so in you, Krishna must have been left. But from this verse today, what lesson can we learn? The lesson is that sometimes we may have no taste. We will feel morose, depressed. What is the reason? The reason is we feel disconnected from Krishna. We don't have the connection with Krishna. So what should we do in that situation? We can chant the holy name, or try to remember Krishna and connect. We do our job. If we do our job with material motives, we will feel disconnected. But do it internally, do it for Krishna, to please Krishna. You will get connected. So this material consciousness means our mind especially is disconnected from Krishna. And we see things different from Krishna. So this is important to realize that in our lives, that to observe our internal situation. I feel unhappy. That means we are disconnected from Krishna. Because this is what the Bhagavatam teaches us. How to connect with Krishna. The entire creation has been described in the Bhagavatam twice to show how everything is connected with Krishna. And factually, there is only Krishna in this world. But what's the problem? Avitam jnanam etana jnana nityavarna. Our consciousness is covered by these false conceptions, by this false ego. And this Narada Muni calls this upadis. Sarvupadi nirmuktam. You must get rid of all these upadis, these false designations. And our consciousness is covered by so many layers of this false ego. We have created during so many births the conception that I'm the mind, I'm the body. And by that, become affected by the duality of this world. And we become affected by the duality of this world, and that means we see friends and enemies. But Maharaj did not like these teachings of Sanda and Amarka, the how to divide and rule the kingdom, deal with your enemies and get them defeated. Those are your friends and your enemies. On the transcendental platform, this does not exist. Because we see enemies as those who are hampering our sense gratification, who are hampering our material goals. And we see as friends those who help us. So that's material consciousness. And this material consciousness is a separatist mentality. The separatist mentality is all pervading in the material world. From the moment you look at your body and you think, I'm a man, you are separated from all women. You think I'm Indian, you are separate from all the others. It's separation. These designations create all separation. You think I'm a teacher, I'm different from those who are not teachers. So this is the reality of this world. These are all temporary designations. Temporary. And with these temporary designations, as friends and enemies, comes happiness and distress. We see things as happiness in this world and see other things of distress because of the body. If it's not related to the body, it doesn't make sense. And the body is temporary, so this happiness and distress is also temporary. So why take it serious? It comes and it goes. So our absorption in these dualities makes us morose, dejected. So we should not go into that. Always connect your mind with Krishna. Don't go into this temporary situation. Engage your mind always in Krishna consciousness. And then we don't have time for that. And when you don't engage in it, you are also not under you are not in the shape of the illusory energy. But satisfaction comes from devotional service. And that is described in the Bhagavatam. Savaipum saprodamo yato bhaktaradoksya ahait kavateya yayatma shuprashidati. Yayatma shuprashidati. The Atma, the soul, feels very much satisfied if we serve Krishna without asking something in return. And we do that always. So that is the fortune of a devotee who is very deeply engaged in devotional service. In 94, I was in Radhadesh and Bhakti Maharaj came to Radhadesh. And he was there 10 days, and 10 days I was his servant. And secretary had also to type out these letters and so on. But it was so intense. He was so busy from the morning till the evening. And he could not do everything he needed or he wanted to do. It was so intense. No time for Maya. So intense, engaged that. But it's important for us that we develop this ability to engage ourselves always in Krishna consciousness, not allowing your consciousness to go in the material sphere. That don't blame the external situations for that. It's not that you have a job outside that you cannot be Krishna conscious. The problem lies in your heart, not outside. In our heart, we must create this ability to always engage in Krishna consciousness and always to connect with Krishna. And that ability is created by a firm determination to engage in devotional service. Because if we don't have that determination, what's the problem? Krishna says in the second chapter, Taya Paritashetasam. If by the mind, the heart becomes absorbed in things of this world, that in this duality. And by that, the mind becomes weak. And it becomes a ball within the hands of Maya, and feeling good, feeling bad, feeling good, feeling bad, happiness, distress. But becoming transcendental means constantly serving Krishna. Krishna in your mind. If you think of Krishna in your mind, this idea of happiness and distress goes. That you feel always transcendentally connected. So that's important. We will see Arjuna is dejected, but then later on in the next chapter, he will connect again. He will remember the glories of Krishna. We'll start thinking of Krishna. And then his moroseness goes, it gets strength again. So that's important. The material energy, they say, have two functions. Maya brings you in ignorance. And then that's one, it covers you, the covering function. And the second function is the throwing function. It throws you to lower spheres of consciousness. So it is, the material energy is dangerous. But we are not afraid from Maya. Prabhupada said many times, my disciples are not afraid enough of Maya. And that is an issue. That we should be afraid to be in that material consciousness, this absorption. And it's a question of our own heart. Trying to see, we should at least try to see everything at least with our intelligence, see Krishna in everyone, trying to see Krishna in everyone. Krishna says, Pragatikaya mani guna karmana sarvasa, ankara vimuta kartamiti manyate. Conditioned soul is an illusion, things they are the doer, but everything is done by material nature, and Krishna say yes, Dejection, Prakriti. I'm controlling material nature. The super soul in the heart controls everything. So we can learn to observe and see people that how they are in illusion and how Maya brings them in illusion. That how they are Godas, servants of their mind and senses. We are the servant of the mind and senses. Then we cannot be happy because we are the servant of Krishna. So from the moment the mind is absorbed in service and we identify with it and we try to satisfy the mind and the senses, then yes, we will never feel happy. So we should go from Godas to Krishna Das. And it's not easy. A devotee came to Prabhupada and a disciple said, Prabhupada, thank you. Without you, I would now be in Maya. Prabhupada replied, you are always in Maya. So there's nothing between. Either we are Krishna conscious, if you are not Krishna conscious, you are riding on the chariot of the mind. That Manoratha. Manorathanasati is a verse by the teachings of King Rishabhadev. That those who are not Krishna conscious, they are riding on the mind, on the chariot of the mind. I go up and down with the mind. Good luck. So yes, therefore it's important we follow four regulative principles. If you don't follow four regulative principles, you must identify with the mind. Lust will force you. And you lose your freedom as a spirit soul. The material energy takes over. And there you go down, down, down. Therefore, devotees careful. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, even one of the roaming senses can take your consciousness away into sense gratification. So never let the senses roam. Always engage them in Krishna's service. If the mind is too stubborn around sense gratification, then yeah, we have our sense gratification in Krishna consciousness. Eating prasad, but not too much. You want to see films, okay? See videos of Prabhupada or the Ramayana. That's also okay. That's fine. But we should clearly know how to connect with Krishna. Like Swayambhuva Manu, he was the first Manu during the first Kalpa. And he had a life of luxury in Krishna consciousness. His servants would wake him up in the morning by reading from the scriptures like the Bhagavatam. And he would wake up like that. In the morning he would have an elaborate deity worship. So many preparations, so many nice dresses, very opulent. And even during the day, he asked his servants to perform dramas of Krishna's pastimes, always engaging himself in Krishna conscious activities, practice constantly, assuring constant absorption in Krishna consciousness. But he was enjoying life like that, but in Krishna consciousness. So we must become expert how to do that. Of course, we must also balance our life. The Prabhupada says a devotee is very careful not to allow anything in his life to disturb his overall balance. Because balance is needed in Krishna consciousness. That you have to balance your sleep. If you sleep too much, we are in Maya, ignorance. If you sleep too less, you're also in Maya. That is the other side. You cannot fix your mind on Krishna. The mind is an instrument we use, and we must keep it intact, in a good condition. We have to keep the subtle body in a good condition and the gross body. But the subtle body is also important. The mind is an instrument, and the mind, we must take care of it to keep it balanced in all situations. And that's a struggle, especially in this Kali Yuga. Everyone is Prayanalpa Saba, Kala Vasmin Shuremana, Mandashamanta Mateo, Mandabhakya Yupadata. Everyone is short-sighted, see only the moment of enjoyment. And lazy in spiritual activities. That's the problem. That in Harinam Sintamine, the Haridastika called this thirst for dead things in this world. That yes, thirst for enjoyment through matter. That it's very dangerous. We cannot never give in to it. But yes, this balance is very important. Always connect with Krishna. If we are not connected with Krishna, we are in these modes, and these modes are bringing us up and down and up and down. That some's happy, some very distressed. This happened. This person said that, and and one is fear. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. That because yes, we are attached. That an attachment will be there in this world. That only a pure devotee comes above it. But we should be careful not to cultivate extreme attachment. Extreme attachment is very dangerous. So it means this attachment may be there, but don't act on the basis of this attachment. Act on the basis of wanting to please Krishna and the spiritual master, always. And so this is an important aspect of our devotional service. Learning to observe our consciousness. If we don't have taste, we feel morose, depressed. The cause is lack of Krishna consciousness. We have to reconnect with Krishna. Immediately try to reconnect with Krishna, one way or another. That is the message here in this verse, because Yudhishthira Maharaj sees Arjuna dejected and immediately thinks, something must have happened that makes him dejected. But the real cause of his dejection was the disconnection with Krishna. And nobody in this world can be happy if disconnected with Krishna. That factually, those who are atheists and so on, they will never feel satisfied in the heart. It's useless life. Lord Krishna says, one who lives for the satisfaction of the senses is his life is useless. Our life becomes useful when it's connected with Krishna. It's like many zeros. You put many zeros after one another, it remains zero. But if you have the many zeros and you put one before, then it becomes a big figure. So we have this one is our connection with Krishna. We have to add Krishna, that we have to dovetail our activities with Krishna and make the connection. That is called Yukta Vairagya. That is a point made by Rupa Goswami. Yukta Vairagya is using everything what we have, all our abilities, all our so-called positions in the service of Krishna. Especially, we have to constantly engage our mind, senses, the body, that's under our care. And we have to use it in Krishna's service. And then it becomes very valuable, these senses, and because it helps us to reconnect with Krishna. And therefore, Prabhupada said we should use, take advantage of a wegbargain. The wegbargain is we got this body due to our sinful mentality. But now we can use it to get rid of our sinful mentality by engaging in Krishna's service. So this is an important aspect. Prabhupada says in the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, we should organize our lives that we cannot do anything else than thinking 24 hours of Krishna. So organize our life, that planning, that you go on an airplane, okay, take sufficient nice prasadam with you so that you don't become attracted to what's happening on the airplane. That bring your own books to read, or your iPad to read, or to look videos of Prabhupada, so that you don't have to look to these videos on the airplane. Protect our consciousness. Use our intelligence to protect our consciousness. That sometimes we may have to absorb in these things for our work, but we should not see that separate from Krishna, because our work is in His service. Internally, we are serving Krishna, and therefore, that we are using everything, also material things we use and research we do and whatever, in Krishna's service. So make the connection that if a lamp is not connected with the electricity and the powerhouse, then it is useless. So first we have to connect with this, with the electricity system. Means connecting with the spiritual master. And then to the service to the spiritual master, we connect with the source of everything, Krishna, with the powerhouse. Because Because who is Krishna? Krishna is the ocean of bhakti ras, that it is only this bhakti ras that will make us happy and satisfied. So we have to connect with this ocean of bhakti ras, that and therefore we have to use everything. We use all the instruments we have, our mind, our senses, whatever, in Krishna's service, and make this connection. So this is an important aspect of our devotional service, the ability to always connect with Krishna. And it's not always easy. Therefore, we pray to Krishna, please help me always to connect with you. I've this challenge, please help me to overcome it. Pray to Krishna for help. That prayer itself connects you with Krishna. That this prayer in a helpless condition helps you to focus on Krishna. So prayer is also a very powerful tool that we have, that in our toolbox of Krishna consciousness. This praying we can do every moment. That praying for strength. We can also pray to the spiritual master, please give me the strength to overcome all these tribulations. There is one song like that, please give me the strength. That this prayer itself, the spiritual master, connects us with Krishna. Making the connection at every moment, and that will help us healthy to live a life in Krishna consciousness. That to live always in a relationship with Krishna. And that will give us satisfaction in life. So are there any comments, questions, please?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev.
Krishna.
Yeah, thank you very much, Maharaj, for nice class. Maharaj, I have two questions. One is about the balance in life. As you mentioned that Krishna consciousness life, you need to balance always. But how to keep that balance continuously? Because one day it's I'm able to balance, but many days, it becomes off balance because of so many demands on time mainly. So if there are any guidance or guiding principles, if you can suggest.
Yeah, I the same thing. I am arriving here in Ujjain, and I have immediately an evening program, a late evening program. I come back at midnight. The next day, I have to give the morning class. Right after a class for the sannyas school. No time to, but yes, then after that, I'm exhausted. I have to take rest. And I try to restrict it to a minimum, but what is needed. So you can have imbalanced situation, but like you said, it's not always. That it comes and it goes. Some days you can it, some days not. Yes, but in that imbalance, we should still seek balance, in the sense that we are not going completely out of our balance. You cannot do that day after day after day. That you need to keep your balance. Like when we came back at 12 o'clock, I told them I'm not going to Mangalarti because I'm risking a heart attack. So I slept till 5:30, but still too less. But you keep it between, you manage it between what's reasonable. That you have the unreasonable side is if one does that every day, 7 days a week, then you will collapse. And yes, the material world is not going to cooperate with our desire to be balanced. But we have also always to work within the situations that Krishna gives us. And we try our best to keep our balance. And in the up and downs, and that's the only thing what we can do. Try to use our intelligence in the best way to keep it. That's what I could say, Purnachandra Prabhu.
Thank you. Thank you, Maharaj. Yeah. So basically, we should accept that and adjust on a daily basis, is Maharaj what you're suggesting.
Yeah, every day is different. That
Yes.
it depends on our service that we have. But yes, that it's also another thing here is that in a community we are cooperating together, and we should help each other actively, support each other, so that nobody goes completely out of balance. That the cooperation is also very important in this regard. That because spiritual life means devotee care. That it's not only that the temple president cares for all under him. Of course, he's the greatest servant. His position means greater servant, but there should also be a reciprocation so that those who take great responsibilities don't go out of their balance. And it's good to discuss that with each other and create a balanced atmosphere in which everyone can create his own balanced situation. Balanced may be not always possible, but avoid going out of or avoid going into extreme situations. That and everyone should help that and support each other in this regard. That's devotee care. That Krishna is pleased when we take care of devotees like that, because in the material world, Maya will not let us live a peaceful life. That's not possible in this material world. Maya will try to disturb everyone, especially when he sees a peaceful devotee community. Maya may send Kali to make some to perform a drama and so on. But if we stick together and out of love we support each other, then Maya will not do big things. That we will go to the rocking of the boat. The boat will rock, but it will stay on course. That's Hare Krishna. Is that okay?
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you. Thank you so much. And if you have time, I have another question, Maharaj.
Yeah.
So, like devotees who are working outside, like me, um, and spending like 12, 14 hours in a day with non-Krishna conscious activities and non-Krishna conscious personalities and interacting with them, their mentality. So, how we can keep uh, Krishna always in our mind? As you mentioned, one way is prayers, but many times like morning, it is okay, I can pray, but during the day, either I forget or there are so many things in the mind going on, then the prayers to Krishna doesn't come automatically in mind. So, what are the practical ways we can um, connect the work, what we are doing, which is actually not devotional work, but connect it to Krishna so that we continue to get energy?
Yeah, most important there is, and I remember when I was in a similar situation, because we may not forget I've been in a similar situation, that not that I don't have experience with it, but at my work more than 30 years ago, I remember when I was busy with Krishna consciousness, I constantly you face challenges, difficulties. And while you are doing it, you pray, please, Krishna, help me. I'm doing it for you. Please help me to do it first class. That helps us to connect with Krishna. It depends also the kind of work, but I understand your work is more intellectual, that always through the internet and all these things. But still, we have challenges. We pray to Krishna, please help me. And that's a way to connect with Krishna. That you come in situation in your work where you have to deal with a lot of Maya. You pray to Krishna, please protect me against this. And that habit of taking shelter. It's just you have to concentrate on your work, but at the same time you take shelter. We have tried to do it internally, and that helps us to connect. And if we are sincere, Krishna will help us. And sometimes he doesn't help because he wants to change your situation, but that's extreme. It's always also for your better, but you see that afterwards only. So we don't understand always what Krishna is doing, but we should, from our side, always take shelter. You have to remember things, you have to organize things. Krishna, please give me the intelligence. I want to offer this to you. It's an internal development. That's what I would say on that, Purnachandra Prabhu. We try our best in this regard.
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah, thank you so much, Maharaj, for your continuous guidance. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So in 2 hours, I'm going to bed. When I get up, we will have the Nectar of Instruction class. For you, it will be evening, 8 p.m. Here it will be 5:30 p.m. in the morning. Okay. We will discuss Nectar of Instruction, verse 4. Hare Krishna. Shai Prabhu.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Bye.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.